Poštovanje, ovdje sa mnom je Igan, čovjek koji je napravio podosta dobrih dokumentarnih filmova koje se mogu naći na internetu, na YouTube-u. Sad, u ovom trenutku mene zanima što je njegova poruka za nas ovdje Hrvate i kako bi mi najbolje mogli dalje. Well, Max, that's the question. What's the message for us?
Look, I think that the people of Croatia need to really do what the people of all countries need to do, is they need to realise the power they have to affect positive change in their community. I think Croatia is in a pretty delicate situation with you about to join the EU, and this is kind of inevitable that they're going to do this, because I mean it's been designed for a long time, and if they couldn't get you in one way, they were going to get you in another. And the EU will eventually crash because that's what it's designed to do. It's all about the consolidation of power, but what we find in Europe and in many countries around the world is that people view the situation in their country as being unique to their own. But what we're seeing in Croatia is a mirror of what's happening in all the other countries. And we've got to break down this division of the people in the countries and realise that we've got to change things, but it's got to come from the ground up. It's got to be brought about by the people. So, I mean, the people of Croatia, hold on to what you've got, hold on to who you are, but don't see yourself as being isolated from the rest of the people of the world, because we're all in this together, and what's happening in your country is being mirrored everywhere. And when we can do this, when we can break down the barriers between our borders, stop the animosity between the Croats and the Serbs, and between the French and the Germans, between all of these people who've got animosity towards each other. Remember, it really exists at the governments. It exists on what the people have been taught, and you've got to get over that and realise that we're just people. We're all in this together. It's a beautiful earth, and it could be taken in a different direction very easily if we just started to get along. So that's my message to everybody.
So the change should be in every from us.
Well, it
should start there.
They should. People need to change their perspective of who they are and what reality is. I mean, it's got to come from within. You're never going to get change by bringing in new governments or petitioning these people or voting people in and voting people out. It's got to come from within the hearts of the people themselves. People have to change their perspective of reality and change their perspective of who they are. And they've got to start applying themselves to reality differently than the way they do now. You know, operate in an atmosphere of mutual respect. If people could do that, then everything would change very quickly.
Well, thank you, Max. Evo, hvala Maxu i nadam se da ćemo se početi mijenjati svaki od nas, pa onda će se vjerojatno stvari početi oko nas mijenjati. Eto, poštovanje. Ovdje s nama Rick Simpson, neki od vas već znaju nešto o njemu, oni koji ne znaju mogu više od toga saznati na internetu. I sve što mi želimo je ovako jedna kratka poruka za nas ovdje Hrvate. Rick.
Thank you, Daniel. I just wanted to tell the good people of Croatia that I think you really have a golden opportunity here if you can get your government to wake up to the reality of what the hemp plant could do for this country. You have beautiful areas like
Slavonia.
I'm not so good with the name, so I'm sorry. But areas like Slavonia, where this hemp could be grown on a grand scale. And it's not just about the medicine, although that's predominantly what I'm about, but there's so many different things you can do with this plant to produce energy, food, fiber. You can make 50,000 different things from this plant. So it could provide a great number of, earth-friendly hemp-based industries. And it would provide a great deal of employment for the people of Croatia. And I've had the honor of being here for about 6 weeks last year, and I've been here about 2 months this year. And you have such beautiful valleys and growing land here, and beautiful climate. So, to me, it only makes common sense to get this, plant growing on a grand scale. Now, you can't blame your governments and people like that, the medical system and the legal system, for what's happened in the past. I mean, the simple truth is we've all been lied to about this plant. But once you look at the truth and the history this plant has with mankind, it's as plain as the nose in your face. It's about the only thing that can get us out of the situation we're in today. You know, all of this dependency on fossil fuels and oil. Well, we can grow our own energy. We can, you know, we can fuel our own cars with ethanol. There's so many things this plant can do for us. And at the rate we're poisoning this planet right now, you know, with the fossil fuels, every time we start our cars, we're creating more poison. And on top of that, right at the present time, with all of this radiation damage from Japan, that's literally, it's going all over the world. And the only way that, you know, you can protect yourself from this type of damage is with something that will fight the radiation. And the only substance I've ever seen is the hemp oil. The high-grade oil will fight radiation damage. So at least it gives you a defense, you know, against this horror that's taking place. But, and the simple truth is right now, every man, woman, and child on this planet should be taking small doses of this oil every day to, you know, to give them good health, but also to prevent this damage caused from the radiation. So hopefully in the near future, you know, with any kind of luck at all, that the government of Croatia will come around and we'll be able to grow this plant on a huge scale, and I think it will be good for all of mankind. My name's Rick Simpson. Thank you very much.
Hvala.